Hi, my name is Abhishek Rai and I work for BMC Cloud Lifecycle Management product. Today I'm going to talk about service offering instance offboard and how you can retain the VM in PMC Server Automation to manage that VM. The plan is to discuss how to remove the service offering instance from BMC Cloud Lifecycle Management but still retain that VM in BMC Server Automation to manage. Once you're done with the configurations, you will have an understanding on how to offboard the SOI but still retain that VM into BMC Server Automation, constraint in offboarding the service offering instance. During the demo, we'll talk about how you can offboard the service offering instance. Let's switch to PMC Cloud Lifecycle Management Administration Console and take a look at these activities. Okay, I'm on a PMC Cloud Lifecycle Management Administration Console and under the service instance workspace. This is my SOI and you can see a server associated with this SOI. Let me switch to SOAP UI and share the URL to offboard the SOI. Okay, so here is your endpoint, which is basically the URL for your platform manager server, and that's your platform manager port. And here's the resources, and it says that CSM service offering instance GUID, and that's the operation. You can obtain the GUID of your service offering instance by two ways. The first way is to switch to your PMC underscore service offering instance form and search for the SOI and then capture the instance ID, which is basically the GUID of your SOI. Else you can switch back to the SOAP and you can run service offering instance search REST call and identify the GUID for your SOI. So here is my SOI and here is the GUID for my SOI. Once you get GUID, copy the GUID, switch back to the actual request and replace this string with the actual GUID of your SOI. Verify the resources section and then you need to add the authentication token. So first let's obtain the authentication token. Here's the REST call to obtain the authentication token. Okay, I got a authentication token. Copy that authentication token, switch back to your request, replace the old authentication token with the new one, make sure there is no spaces, and then you need to add a body section. Let's talk about it. So here's the body section. It's pretty straightforward, but this section is important. It has attribute called name and the value is retain VM. By default the value for that is false, but I have set it to true because I would like to retain that VM into BSA so that I can still manage it even though the artifacts of that VM gets deleted from BMC Cloud Lifecycle Management and from CloudDB. So based on your requirement, you can set it to false or true. And then once that is done, make sure that the method is post and then you can click this icon to offboard the SOI. The major benefit of this API call is that you delete all the artifacts of that SOI from the CloudDB and from the BMC Cloud Lifecycle Management, but you can still retain that VM into BMC Server Automation and in your VMware vCenter. Let's talk about fee constraint. So you can offboard only VMware Virtual Machine service offering instances. Both the provisioned service offering instances and associated compute containers must be in a running or stopped state. You cannot offboard a service offering instance that is in any other state. You cannot offboard a service offering instance that has load balancer entries, firewall rules, or network paths. You must delete them before sending this offboard request. You cannot offboard Amazon EC2 SOIs. You cannot offboard VMware vCloud SOIs, and we cannot offboard VMs that have NAT IP addresses. I just refreshed and you can see that the SOI is in offboarding state as of now, and once that is done you will not see any entry related to that SOI which you just offboarded. I hope this video was informative for you and I would like to thank you for watching this.